Coach, you've been very open about your process and your self-scouting and your self-reflection. In looking ahead to this year, how are you more confident in your own abilities to put this offense in a better spot based on what you can control?
Sure. Well, self-scout and reflection starts with you. So you go through everything, right? If you don't have the results you want, which we did not, first of all, you have to see the world as it is, not as you'd like it to be, right? So start there. Harder than it sounds for everybody, right? I talked to Chad about this in the summer. Your first reaction is to blame others. Well, this happened. Or, look, we control what we control. I think we can get a lot better. And the idea was to look at everything we did top to bottom and find ways to increase its effectiveness and its efficiency. It's really, that's all it is, right? And that includes me as a play caller. So the idea is this year, right? And I distinctly remember, as a quick aside, standing somewhere over there 5 or 6 years ago, and Chad asked me something about becoming a play caller. It was before 2017. And I said, one of the things I worry about the most is I know that I'll be better at my job next year than I am right now. And I still feel that way, right? I still feel that way. So there are situations that come up, there are things that happen on the practice field every day that I handle better and differently than I did last year or 6 years ago. So the idea is, right, can I get a little bit better at my job? If we're asking to suck efficiency and effectiveness out of everybody, right, it starts with me. So looked at everything we did and just trying to move forward in a way that, does a better job of using our strengths, utilizing our strengths, regardless of the situation, to try to just do our simple job of advancing the football and scoring.
I'm sure someone's asked you about quarterback, but
sure. Come again.
Yeah. How would you handicap how the three guys have done through 9 practices thus far? Is it kind of 1, 2, 3, Petrus, Padilla, Levis, as you would expect? Or?
I would say right now that it's about what I expect from this standpoint. They're working very hard to improve and do the things we ask. With the quarterback position, the evaluation is simple. Everything is always an open competition. There's very few incumbents. I mentioned Tyler Linderbaum with the last question because he was truly an incumbent. That would be the last one I really remember on our offense. And we've had others. But with every other position, it's open. Some guys have more ground to cover to affect the depth chart. But there's always, we're going to play the best guys. And that comes down to who can do your job the best. If you're a quarterback, okay, secure the snap, run or pass, and then make sure we get into a good run and the back has the ball and he has it deep enough to do his job, or get the ball to the open guy. Sounds very simple. Obviously, it's a little harder than that, but at the end of the day, that's their job. And the guys that can consistently demonstrate the ability to do their job well, those are going to be the guys that we go with. What I'm encouraged about right now at this point, seeing all 3 guys improve and doing their job. And that makes me happy. That's all you can ask for.
This might seem like a silly question, but at the Kids' Day scrimmage, do you vanilla it down totally, or is it pretty much what you would do in a normal practice just because there are more eyes?
That's not a silly question. Okay. Not at all. So the hard part is, we're in a scrimmage mentality.
Yeah.
But we're also in the 10th day of camp tomorrow. Mm-hmm. When you are in training camp, we're trying to install the offense. We're trying to evaluate players, and we're trying to build a fundamental base. So it's not like a game from the sense you're not always going out there trying to scheme everything up, right? Hey, this is great against this coverage. This is great against this front. It's not that. It's more, let's go out, let's find out if guys can play football. Let's find out if guys can block and tackle. Let's find out if quarterbacks can make the proper decisions. Let's find out if we can get open or affect the concept in the proper way. Let's see if we can cover. At the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do in Kids Day. You'll see some situational stuff where that's a little bit more game-like. Mm-hmm. If we're in a 2-minute situation, that's a little more game-like. If we're in a 3rd down situation where we're doing a period, that's a little bit more game-like also, just because of the nature of the drill.
Yeah.